Causes the itching down there and how to get rid of it is starting now. Hello and welcome to this short webinar where I'm going to explain what causes the itching down there and how you can get rid of it. In fact, I'm going to show you about 10 different ways to relieve the itching down there and a way to get rid of it permanently so it no longer itches down there. Okay, so whether you're male or female, welcome. I see there's just a few more people joining us now. So what causes itching down there? So when a baby is born, and all of us have been a baby and we've all been born, when a baby is born, from the moment you are born, you are covered in other creatures. And as you go through life, the types of creatures that are covering us will change depending on where we live and the environment we're living in. But you are covered in viruses and bacteria, germs, yeast, molds and fungus. We're just covered in it, and it's a perfectly normal part of nature. It's perfectly normal. In fact, if you're to be healthy, you must be covered in all these creatures because they're there for a reason. And in your digestive system, when you go through and you eat your food, your body is full of these other creatures, and almost all of them are helping you to stay healthy. So remember that. The idea is you don't want to get rid of these creatures, you just want them to be in the normal quantities that nature knows about. So your body, your immune system, it doesn't need a doctor, it doesn't need a hospital, it doesn't need me, it doesn't need a homeopath or a herbalist. Your body knows what to do. So what's gone wrong? Why are you itching down there? What happens is, it's like everything in nature, it's constantly moving. And nature's always struggling to keep your health. A healthy person is you're in balance. Some days you'll have good days, some days bad days, but generally you're in balance. And your immune system, it's like we use these two words, immune system, as if it's this thing, but it's not. There's so many thousands of different processes all going on at once in order to keep you healthy and keep you alive. And this natural intelligence in your body, sometimes it gets affected by things in your environment. Maybe you've not been eating as much fresh food, or maybe you've not exercised much lately, or maybe you're stressed, you're anxious, you're worried about something. And as adults, we all get worried. And this affects the balance, the internal and external balance of our bodies. And if our immune system, this collection of processes, sometimes it gets knocked off balance, as I say, by diet, or maybe you started to take a drug for another reason, and drugs and painkillers and all these things affect our immune system. So how can it affect your immune system so that you start to itch down there? Well, remember I said you're covered in all kinds of things, and even a healthy person is covered in fungus. And we normally know as fungus as things like this, mushrooms, fungus. But obviously there are tiny, tiny organisms covering your body. But imagine this, just imagine this fungus. Fungus breeds where it's warm, and it's damp, and there's plenty of food. So, down here, it's warm, it's damp, and your food provides all the food that the fungus needs. So, it starts to breed and eat your skin. Now that's normal, and what is normal is that your immune system would normally say, hey up, we've got some parasites here, let's go and kill them. And it normally would. But if you're stressed or anxious, as I said, maybe your diet, something's causing your immune system to be weak, and it tries to kill the fungus. And it sends more blood down there and more cells down there, and it all becomes swollen as it's trying to fight. And so you can get swollen genitals, and the skin all becomes red, maybe inflamed, maybe you get a rash down there, certainly starts to itch. So your body's doing its best. But your immune system right now will be weak. And whilst this battle's going on down there, and you're scratching all the time trying to sort it, so what do you do? So do you understand? That is what is going on. Your body is doing its best It's a normal parasite on your body, which your body can normally handle every single day since the day you were born. But once your immune system becomes weak, once this stuff starts to penetrate into your skin, then it becomes more and more difficult. So you've got two problems. The first problem is your immune system needs your help. And what I mean by that is there's so many ways you can help yourself here. Your immune system needs helping, that's the first thing. And the second thing is you've got to get rid of this fungus, because it's not going to go away on its own. And if your immune system's weak, it needs some help. So how do you help it? And how do you get rid of the fungus at the same time? So the first thing you can do is eat fresh vegetables. I know you don't want to hear that. Or you might already be eating fresh vegetables, but I'm saying you've got to eat at least once a day. Just try putting something fresh, whether it's fruit or vegetables, in your mouth. And then put some fresh water in your mouth. I'm not telling you to stop eating all the things that you're eating. I'm just saying, if you must eat refined food like cookies, bread, cakes, candy, eat all that if you must, but put fresh vegetables in your mouth and put fresh water in your mouth. That on its own will greatly assist your immune system. The second thing is, imagine in your home, if you've had a party the night before, you wake up and there's rubbish all over the place. Tidy up. Of course you think, oh, here we go. And a few hours later it's tidy again. So you perform some movement and you tidy up. Well, you've got to perform movement, a little bit of exercise, and it starts to push the active fighter cells of your immune system. It pushes them around your body and starts to collect up all the parasites. So fresh fruit and veg, or food, fresh vegetables, fruit, bit of water and a little bit of exercise. That'll make a big difference. But it probably won't get rid of your yeast infection, but it'll certainly help. So then how do you get rid of your yeast infection or this fungus down here? Now, remember, if this stuff is growing down there, the standard treatment is either a chemical capsule or pill, and it normally comes in a little box like that, and you take it out and you swallow it, and it's so powerful it will kill off all the fungus. It will. In fact, it's so powerful it'll kill off all the fungus inside your body and all the fungus on the outside of your body. The problem is you need all that fungus on the inside of your body, and you need most of it on the outside of your body to be healthy. So it'll actually make you a lot worse. So it will appear, if you use these, is it fluconazole, depending on how you pronounce it, these pills, you take them, anti-fungal medication. After about 3 weeks, the fungus, this pill will damage your immune system, and the fungus finds it even easier than ever before to start eating your skin. So you're itching and scratching down here. So what do you do then? You can go back to the drugstore, they'll sell you another pill, and it just makes it worse and worse. And if you've tried this thrush medication or yeast infection medication or Candida albicans, there's all these fancy names, but at the end of the day, it's just a living organism. It just wants somewhere to live. And if your genitals are warm, if your genitals are damp and there's plenty of food there, your skin, it will eat you alive. And if you take this, it damages your immune system. So you need your immune system to get stronger to kill this. Okay. So what else could you try? Well, you've got to try something. So then you could go to the doctors or the drugstore and they will give you some form of cream, which is the same stuff that's in the capsule but in the cream. So you apply it and it will appear, more often than not, it will appear to get rid of or certainly lessen the effects. It'll lessen the itching and it may reduce some of the inflammation. It may do. The problem is remember, this fungus, it wants to stay alive, so it'll find somewhere to hide where you can't apply the cream. As soon as you stop applying the cream, it's back and it's all over the place again. So the cream, as you probably know, you can try all the different varieties, they don't work in the long run. So what do you do then? Because it's completely natural for this stuff to live, but you want to live without this stuff eating your skin. So what else can you do? Well, lots of people are looking for natural remedies in the home, and it's a good idea. So here's one. Coconut, extra virgin coconut oil. Now, if you go out in nature and you find a coconut, you will never find a mouldy coconut, because the coconut contains a very powerful natural fungicide. It'll kill off the fungus. You think, wow, that's fantastic, I'll try that. So, it smells beautiful. You apply this coconut, massage it in. It's very nice, simple and easy to use. But almost always it's not strong enough to kill off the fungus. It will provide you with some relief. So if you're watching this video today or this webinar today and you've got some coconut oil at home, apply that for some instant relief. But it won't solve the problem because it's not strong enough to kill off the fungus that's now firmly rooted in the skin of your genitals. So what else can you do? Now some people think, well, they also look at nature, and there's many, many very powerful plant extracts in nature that will kill off fungus. So for instance, and I'll just select one of them here, these are litres of the stuff, of the different plant extracts. But this one here, you've probably heard of it, tea tree. Now tea tree, this is the extract of the leaf and the bark. If you mix a couple of drops of this and put it into the coconut oil, so then you've got two remedies in one. You've got the tea tree, which will kill off the fungus, and you've got the coconut, which will kill off the fungus. In fact, some people actually eat the coconut oil. It won't do you any harm, and it helps to kill off any excess fungus in the body. But again, I would suggest from experience, it's not strong enough, especially if your genitals have got a red inflammation. If the skin becomes inflamed, or you've got a red rash, or you've got dry skin down there, or you're itching a lot down there, normally the coconut and the tea tree are not enough. They will provide you with relief. So if you've got some in the home now, by all means apply it and get some temporary relief. Talking of relief, there are products on the market like this, very good for getting relief. So if you've got, if it's severely itching you down there and scratching and it's driving you mad, you can apply this, but it's not going to sort the fungal problem out at all. Other ways of people have tried to help themselves is once you've showered, you've dried yourself off. Remember, fungus needs a damp environment. So if you use a little bit of talcum powder, apply it to your genitals and your anus, it'll give you some form of temporary relief. So that's talcum powder. But it doesn't get rid of the fungus that's firmly branched into your skin. It doesn't stop it. So we've seen that there are herbs. People often, if you look on the internet, there are hundreds of different home remedies for this yeast infection. Many different ones. And they could take different forms. For instance, here's some herb. You can make a tea out of it and drink it. And what it will do, it'll provide a boost to your immune system. But it takes time. You could be drinking this stuff for weeks before you notice any difference. And whilst it will be nourishing your immune system and supporting you, far better than that capsule, that pill, the fluconazole, it doesn't give you fast relief. Herbal drinks tend not to give you fast relief. So I would suggest, personally, they don't work fast enough. There are other herbs, many different herbal preparations. This one here, it's a tincture, which is a herbal preparation made with alcohol, and you can either apply it directly to the skin, which can give you relief, but it can also sting, and it may not always work. So I tend not to use these preparations, and it can also, it can smell, it can stain your clothes, it can do all kinds. There are a lot too many negatives for putting a tincture onto your genitals. So what else have we got? Some people think, well, and I understand this. Remember I've said boost your immune system. And if your immune system was perfect, it would probably get it sorted quickly if if you could feed and get your immune system fed and watered, it would sort it out, but it takes too long. So some people try to speed that process up with vitamins. There are tons of vitamins that you can use to boost your immune system. But how long have you got? How much money have you got? Do you know which vitamins that your body needs? Because I don't. And if you go to 10 different therapists, they'll tell you 10 different things. So it's very hard to know what your body requires. That's with vitamins. So let's have a look. What are your choices? You've got a chemical choice, which will work for a couple of weeks, but will make the problem worse in the long run. You've got lots of natural herbal remedies, which will help, but you don't know which one, how do you use them, and they tend not to work too quickly. And then there's the other one, there's homeopathy. Now, if you don't know too much about homeopathy, it's a natural form of healing which stimulates your body to heal itself. I'll say that again. It's like a natural form of therapy which will stimulate your body to heal itself. Now that sounds fantastic. And I've tried helping people with homeopathy and it does work. But the problem is, it can take a long time to find the exact remedy for the client. And the second thing is, it can take a long time. Now, if you've got inflamed, itching, burning skin on your genitals, I'd suggest that homeopathy on its own won't work. It's not fast enough and you need something else. So, what can you do? What we've done is, with the help of a very experienced homeopath and working with other herbalists, we've combined the very best, the most powerful natural plant extracts, and we've put them together in an oil base. Then we put into that oil base, apart from the powerful plant extracts, we've put in homeopathic remedies, 4 homeopathic remedies mixed with plant extracts into this simple oil. Now, remember, the idea is not to damage your immune system. You just want to get rid of this fungus that's causing all the problem. So I don't know if you can see that. It's just a simple, almost invisible film of oil. And you just simply apply it to the skin on your genitals. Now there's several things going to happen here. So you wash your genitals, apply the oil, that's it. It'll kill the fungus on contact. But unlike the drugs, it doesn't damage your immune system. So I'll say that again. You're killing off the fungus, but you're not damaging your immune system. And then on top of that, you've got inside this remedy here, you've got 4 different homeopathic remedies that are working with the herbal extracts and they're killing off the fungus. So it's very simple and quick and easy to use. You just apply it, massage it into the skin 3 times a day, making sure you apply it before you go to bed. It's clear, it's invisible, it doesn't smell, it won't interfere with your sex life or anything like that. It won't stain your clothes. Nobody can even tell that you've got it on. Use it 3 times a day for a couple of days. That'll normally solve the problem. And what I mean by that is, if you've got inflamed red skin or dry flaky skin or a rash, that'll almost certainly disappear within a few days. But then, remember what you've got to do. The fungus is still there. It's a natural part of your body. That fungus is a natural part of your body. So you don't want to wipe it out. You just want to gently bring up the strength of your immune system with your diet, a little bit of exercise, some fresh water. So you apply this once a day. Just make it a part of your routine. You can keep it in the bathroom or keep it in your gym bag, whatever. It doesn't say on the bottle, doesn't mention genitals on the bottle, so nobody will know what it is. So keep it in your bathroom, apply it once a day after a shower, and that's it. You'll no longer have burning or itching down there. You'll get rid of the excess yeast around your genitals and your anus and the top of your legs. It works all around there. And I do know some people who have inflammation or a rash down there. You can have it under your arms or under your breasts. Again, it works all around the body. It won't harm your skin. It won't harm your immune system. and that's it. Now for men, it's called RRP, that's red rash penis. For women, it's called BV. It's essentially, it is the same remedy. It's the same homeopathic ingredients and it's the same herbal plant extracts. All the extracts are organic, 100% organic. So you can go to our website, homeopathicremedyfinder.com, and you can have a read of it there. Take your time, have a look at it. Remember, in your home, if you've got any coconut oil, apply that for some relief. In fact, even if you've got something like Vaseline, you can apply it and it will give you some relief, but it's not going to get rid of the fungus. So there's plenty you can do in the home. Vaseline, talcum powder, coconut oil, all these things give you relief, but they won't get rid of it. The drugs will give you relief, but actually make it worse. So it's getting the balance. And the most powerful thing in all of this is you. It's you. Because you don't want this to be a chronic, lifelong problem, and it doesn't need to be. Whether it's a little bit of change in your diet, a little bit of exercise, a little bit more fresh water, and a positive mental attitude. You take responsibility for your health. Having an itch down there is one of the easiest things to get rid of, or it can be literally a problem for life. It's up to you. But I'm suggesting it is easy to get rid of. This unique combination, whether it's the red rash penis, the RRP, or the BV for the burning vagina, from homeopathicremedyfinder.com, you know, you can make it a part of your everyday life. But more importantly, say, in this video or this webinar, we're saying, you understand what's going on. This fungus, you're covered in it. You're covered in germs, you're covered in bacteria. It's natural. You just don't want it too much. This will get rid of it. It'll kill it off without damaging you. Okay? So if you have any questions at all about red rash down there, or itching down there, or dry flaky skin, or inflammation where parts of your genitals will swell up, this will sort it. Now I do know men and women, they can have a discharge down there. This is caused, remember, it's very moist down there and it can trap, and as these things breed, the microscopic, the fungus down there, it's microscopic, but as it breeds and breeds and breeds, it actually becomes visible to the naked eye, and that's why you tend to get a white, it looks like cottage cheese, like a white discharge. And it's not, you're not dirty, it's nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed about, it's completely natural. And you look out in nature and in your garden, unless you look after your garden, it gets taken over by weeds, and unless you look after the body, it'll get taken over by nature. So you've got to take responsibility, but it's actually a bit of fun. Once you realise and start to understand, you only have to make a few simple changes to your life and you can start to feel better. So eat less refined food, a little bit more fresh food. Just even if it's 1 glass of fresh water a day, do that, you'll notice the difference. So fresh food and water, and use Mother Nature. So you've got 4 plant extracts in here, very powerful anti-fungal plant. Just 1 plant extract on its own in there is enough to kill it, but we've put 4 together because who knows what kind of fungus you've got growing down there. So we've covered a very wide spectrum to kill off all the fungus. Then with the homeopathy, the homeopathic remedies will help to kill off the fungus, and then when you combine the 2 together into there, it's a fantastic remedy and it will work for you. So that's your choices. You've got the drugs or the natural way, or you've got the combination of looking after your health, keeping your eye on what you're putting in the body and looking after your skin, and within a few days your skin will be looking better, you'll be feeling better, and then your yeast infection won't come back if you use it once a day, just to keep the fungus at bay. Okay, so Homeopathic Remedy Finder, have a look round there, and if you've any, there should be a link below this webinar to go and have a look, and if you've any questions, by all means get in touch. and be delighted to help you. If there's anything else we can help you with, we'd love to know what that is. And we can soon get rid of this itching down there. Okay? Bye for now. So I hope you liked this video and this webinar. I hope you found the information useful. Please use the information and you'll soon start to feel better. Now, could you do us a favour? Please subscribe so that the next time I put a video out, you'll automatically be informed. You know, we give you plenty of tips and plenty of advice to help you with this condition. Now, also, could you please click like? It helps us. And then the last thing is, if you've got something to say, any comment, positive or negative, please leave a message underneath this video. And also, if you know somebody who's got this condition or might benefit from watching this video, please share this with them or share this channel with them. We're here to help, okay? And also you can visit our websites. We've got a couple of websites. There's homeopathic-remedyfinder.com or healthproductsbusiness.com, and there's plenty of information there. And if you want to get in touch, email me or leave us a message on the phone and we'll get back to you. All right, thanks very much. Bye for now.